there was an all-black writer's room and that every episode is directed by a black director. What was that like for you? McKinley, we'll start with you.
For me, it was a new experience from top to bottom because it wasn't just, black writers, black directors. Our lead of sound, Brittany, was a sister. Kira that directed the pilot. There's the DP for the pilot was a sister. And like, the real cool thing about, there's moments while we're shooting the show that we wanted to make sure that our voices were authentic and that people could see themselves on screen. So even in episode 7, for example, there was a very shorthanded, quick conversation that needed to happen about a very important moment from Lewis's perspective, and to be able to have that conversation with Carl Seaton, Jason Wilborn, Larry Wilmore, Pete Chapman, and to be able to quickly speak shorthand about a moment that was very important, like that's the rarity in this business, to be able to make sure we make the most of that moment. And props to Onyx for bringing such a strong team together to make sure that that was even a possibility if necessary. So it's to me, very inspiring to be in an environment like that.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, to be in this type of environment, it was different because usually when I'm on a set, I feel like kind of an outsider. I feel like kind of a visitor. I would say most of the time when I'm on set, because usually everybody around you, is not necessarily people of color, And so on this set, you didn't feel like you were kind of like a visitor who was like, just kind of like popping in and popping out. You really felt like you were at home. You felt like you were with people that understood you and you understood them. And it was just kind of an easy thing where you could kind of like throw stuff out there and try different things. And you didn't have to explain yourself or try,
Yeah, and listen, Sean hits the nail on the head, and it even gets down to a personal level. Like, you can't walk around with Ashley